Good afternoon. Today is the 10th of August and it's time for our monthly channel update, August 2023. So here we are in the Volvo S40 2.4 5-cylinder white block engine. There is a full episode of No Budget Reviews coming on this car, as well as probably a number of other videos. At the time of recording this, it's only just been revealed to the channel actually last night, and we had some discussion on the live stream I had with Mr. Coleman when I was with him about it, as well as lots of other things. But yeah, there is more content coming on this one. The No Budget Reviews episode, I don't know when that'll go out, I'm afraid, at the moment. The channel is doing well in the respect that I have a number of reviews pre-recorded and ready to release. The trip to Essex I took last week to film the Suzuki Baleno that you would have seen the day before this goes out was very productive. I filmed 6 cars on that trip, and I know a lot of you find sensible second-hand reviews really boring. The figure suggests you don't want to watch stuff like that, but the reason I do it is, one, I can have a very sort of economical trip to film a lot of them in one go at Lang Prestige in Chelmsford. Simon is a friend of the channel who runs a place. He's assisted by a chap called Dale, and it's a very good thing for me to be able to film them. And also, a lot of the cars that he has there for sale, they're typically the kind of cars that I source for people. Not all of them are, but some of them really definitely are, and actually that's a huge advantage for me from the point of view of people who sort of ask me, what kind of cars do you source for clients? Well, a lot of them are the sort of things that you'd see in sensible second-hand reviews. In fact, the Hyundai iX20, that video was recorded in June for that, actually, but it was released a few days ago. That car I did source myself. And, you know, if you're not interested in the kind of things that I do actually in my proper job, then that's absolutely fine. You know, a lot of you just want to see me try not to fall over and going around shows and no budget reviews and things like that. And this is why, you know, we do so much of that kind of thing on the channel, because, you know, you want to watch it, so, you know, that's fine. But I always very much aware of what I do. You know, principally I'm somebody who sources cars for people. I'm not a celebrity or anything like that, as people tell me that I am. I'm really not. You know, like everybody else who kind of has a YouTube channel that starts from nothing, that's how it sort of came. And if people, you know, like what I do, I'm very happy. But words like celebrity, I don't ever like using something like that, or influencer. It's not something I'd ever use. I don't ever see myself as anything like that, and I wouldn't want to, much as people use those words sometimes. But very flattering, but you know, it's not true. I'm somebody who sources cars for people. That's really what I do, and you know, it's principally actually what makes money, as opposed to YouTube, which sort of doesn't. That's fine, it doesn't matter or anything like that, but that's kind of, you know, what I see really kind of the channel always being about to some extent. It is about going to random shows, it is about very vague vlogs, it is about, you know, kind of making these sort of visits to shows and people, and not talking about diesels and things like that, but it's also about, you know, what I actually do and what I like to do, and, you know, that's what will continue. So if you don't want to watch stuff, and I don't really care particularly, you sort of vote with the mouse clicks, or sort of things you touch on when you're using tablets and smartphones and things, and that's fine. I just like to do what I do, which is why we'll be continuing with things like top 10 best-selling cars of July 2023 that, you know, I'll record at some point probably next week. I don't know when that'll go up, because we've got a lot more Slightly Shambolic Shuffles to do. I think I'm attending 3 events over the course of a week, from Saturday to Thursday. Will be 3 events will be Shambolic Shuffles, and because it's very much the case with those that they really have to be recorded in a sort of on the day and then put out together. That means for everything else that's happened, you know, no budget reviews, contingency reviews. I have done one of those recently, actually. Sensible second-hand reviews and sensible second-hand classics in some cases. I'm actually recording one of those next week as well, I think. But they have to sort of come later, and that's very good actually for me, because it means that when we get to winter months and people are less willing to get their cars out, which I understand, you know, I think we might be putting away one of them that we have for winter. I've actually got some content for you to watch, whereas if I kind of, you know, just put everything out immediately after I filmed it and there's no particular order to what I do, then it means that actually we will end up with some problems. And I hope you understand sort of that, which is why sometimes, as I said, I recorded that iX20 review back in June and it wasn't released until this week, because sometimes that's just the way that it goes. Obviously, I'm very grateful to all of you who very much enjoy festival, you know, exceptional coverage, and you know that was a huge sort of big event for the channel. It was very hard work doing that, incredibly hard work, going around all that stuff. And some people have said, "Oh, it's too long." It's like, well, don't watch it then. Simple as that. Don't watch it. If you start complaining about that kind of stuff, I'll just delete the comment, because you have a choice, like I do. I have a choice what videos I put up, and you have a choice of what to watch, and you know, we'll just agree that actually we will just respect each other's sort of kind of decisions in that sort of way, rather than complaining about them. So you know, that's obviously best. And you know, lots of new subscribers, which is great. Welcome to all of you to you know, the ultimate kind of madness that is my channel and the sort of rate at which I put things out. So yes, 3 events in a week. One of them is the Slightly Shambolic Car Show, which will be happening this Saturday. After that, it's the Cranley Lions Car Show, which is a very big car show that actually one of my viewers put me onto, and it's over 1,000 cars in a day, which is kind of like Bromley Pageant, only very slightly smaller. So that will be many parts, and then we've got many parts coming up again for the British Motor Show, which is going to be, I think, on the Thursday of the event, the very first day, because that'll be the quietest day. But I haven't attended since 2021, and that apparently is a much kind of bigger deal than it used to be, and so I'm looking forward to that. It might be a little bit sort of patchy, like one I attended 2 years ago was. That's why I didn't go back last year. It was a bit sort of patchy. I didn't really know if that was actually kind of something that anybody wanted to see, and there will be some parts of that I don't think some of you want to see, and I won't record all of it. It's very unusual for a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle, but my channel's not about supercars or modified cars or things like that. We do have some lightly modified cars that appear on the channel sometimes, but I'm just not really into that sort of stuff, and so I don't go to events where we have lots of modified cars and things like that. I just don't tend to do that. And other people are into that sort of stuff. I don't know much about it. I did actually recently drive 3 very high performance cars. I drove an Aston Martin DB9, a Nissan GTR, and a BMW i8. I wasn't able to record it, unfortunately, at the event that I attended. Photography was actually forbidden, so that's why you haven't seen any of this stuff sort of appearing. But I enjoyed it. But you can get that sort of stuff on all sorts of other channels, done a lot better than I would do it. And so I don't get that fussed about that kind of stuff particularly. Whereas, you know, if I go around Festival Exceptional or Bromley Pageant or something like that, then a lot of you want to see it. So I think we'll stick to what you want to see. You know, even I have certain things that I just don't particularly care for, and so you don't see them on the channel. But yes, it's going to be exciting. And then right at the end of the month, there's going to be the Nebworth Classic Car Show, which you know, that is a huge deal. That's at the end of August, and you know, it was very big last time. What I would say about that is that actually the event has really loud music in it, and it is really annoying. And so you know, we possibly won't sort of be doing, you know, maybe it'll be that in any normal way. Then but you know, let's turn this off. There we go. So maybe I haven't quite got a solution for this Volvo to actually use anything other than this incredibly old you know, cigarette lighter adapter thing to the radio. That's why it does that. Yeah, Nebworth show, they play music during it, and it's annoying for people who were there. It's particularly annoying for people who are trying to film it, and they actually can give you a copyright strike if you're there, because when you're filming, you don't want background music, because YouTube just picks it up and gives you a copyright strike and might demonetize your video. So that's why I'm really careful about that kind of stuff, and I've had to actually stop certain series of a channel because I've had copyright infringements, and sometimes you can't avoid it with the way that you do it. And I don't want to be one of those channels that just walks around a show in silence and puts music over the top of it. I just don't think that's me. You know, some of you might like that, that's maybe what you want to see, but that's just not the way I do things. And as I've said several times in this video, if you don't like it, go and watch something else. It's as simple as that. But I think that's it for the August 23 channel update. There'll be a video coming on the other car that I've recently bought, which Mr. Coleman currently has. We mentioned in the live stream last night. We might actually do another live stream at some point, because I need to get the SsangYong service and MOT'd, and I think his uncle's going to do the MOT for me and the service at his garage, which is good. You can see I'm having this car cleaned up for the Volvo Owners Club tonight, which is why I'm in the car wash today. Yes, that wasn't very good planning, was it, viewers? But what a surprise. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we'll be seeing you again soon for more incredibly rubbish videos.